Greetings, peace and blessings, everyone. This is AG, back to you again. So, today we're going to do something real interesting. We're going to do a little exercise to find out what your deep and inner talents are. How about that? Let's rock. Okay, so the first thing I want to explain to you is about resonance. Resonance, of course, that's one of my favorite words, is resonance. What resonance is when you have one body that's vibrating and you have another body that's vibrating. The tendency is that this one will follow this one, or either the dominant one will follow the other. That happens. But also, what happens is if you have bodies that have similar properties that exist, and one is vibrating, then there's a correspondence within the other one. That one also vibrate. Why is that? Because of something called harmonics. It's a scientific principle, and it's something that you can see in nature and you can see in physical matter. We're going to get into that later when I talk about the Kabbalion. But this is something where resonance exists because everything that is physical is also metaphysical, is also spiritual. There's a corresponding plane between each level of energy. Okay? So, that being said, what I want you to do is get your book. Okay? Whatever book you have, you're going to write this down, and I'm going to give you time. And I'm going to play along with you because I can. But I'm going to play along with you so that you can see how it's done. I want you to think about five people that you really admire. Now, you've probably done this before, but we're going to take this to another level. Maybe you've done it before. Five people that you really admire. You can admire them for their skills. You can admire them for their character. You can admire them for their talent. You can admire them for their mind. Any number of things. Their resilience, their strength. You can admire them for, athletic ability. Whatever it is you admire about that person, I want you to write that person's name down. There are going to be five of them. And we're going to do that now. So if you haven't got a piece of paper or pencil, well, it would be better if you had a journal or something to write this down in, because you're going to want to refer to this. Okay? I'm writing it down here. Okay. I'll give you a chance to get your paper. Okay. Everyone should have their paper and pencil. All right? Now, write down five people that you admire. Go. This can be in your business. It can be a hobby. It can be in anything. It could be any genre you want. Okay. Now, is everyone finished? Okay. So those five people that you wrote down, there's a reason why you wrote those people down. Because you possess the same qualities and characteristics as those people. You do. Now, you may say, well, I can't dunk a basketball like Shaq. I can't play middle linebacker like LT. Okay. So that's the challenge. So, I don't play tennis like Serena Williams. How? What is it? What is it, AG? What is it that I possibly could have in common with these people? And here's where the gold comes. Here's where you get the jewels and the nuggets. You're going to have to dig and find out what it is. Because there's something about that person that you admire that's in you. Now, for example, you may admire Shaq's strength. Okay? He has physical strength, but he also has a great amount of endurance, and he's tough. And toughness is not necessarily a physical characteristic as much as it's a mental characteristic. So what you're going to do is, okay, say you admire Shaq. He's tough. What instances in your life have you been tough? What are the things you've endured in your life that you've exhibited the same amount of strength or the same amount of tenacity as Shaq? Now, that's where you got to dig. Now, how do I know it's there? Because I know it's there. Because it is a law. It's called the law of resonance. If you like something, there's something about that thing is in you. And that's where that's one of your talents. That's one of the things that you may have. You may have great resiliency, but you never thought about it. And if you know that you have great resiliency, if you know you have great persistence, and you know you have great strength, then when it comes time to access this character trait, you may access it at will. Okay? It's a tool in your toolbox. Okay? Another example. I'll give you my 5 people that I admire. In the comment section, please write your 5 people if you feel comfortable doing it. In the comment section, please do that. And if you want to think about it, maybe why you admire that person. I'll share mine right now. If you're interested, I'll share mine. The first person I admire is Duke Ellington. Why do I admire Duke Ellington? Because Duke was a sharp dresser. Duke was an amazing composer, an amazing musician. He was smooth as butter. Okay? The women loved him. But he was smooth. I saw him when I was 4 years old at a concert. And he was in Southeast Washington, standing on a barge doing this in white tails. And I said, man, I would love to do that. I didn't even know what it was he was doing, but every time he would do this, the band would go, bump. And I was like, man, that's power. But Duke Ellington, very charismatic, very personable, warm human being, very creative. Duke Ellington. The next one is Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, brilliant musician, very creative, great songwriter, just prolific. Just his music is in the 21st century and the 20th century book of music. Stevie Wonder. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, again, prolific songwriter, brilliant guitarist, earth-changing. He changed music, period. Same thing, great dresser, smooth, real cool cat, charismatic, powerful, commanded the stage. He's a game changer. Prince, same deal. Same deal. Charisma, great songwriter, great musician, and beautiful, powerful mind. And Willis Taylor, my father. What can I say about my father? My father, master mechanic, mechanical genius, mathematical genius, 33rd degree Mason, pillar of the community, business owner, just a powerful, powerful man. A great example. And I hope one day to be even a quarter of the man that he was. So those are my examples. I could probably go deeper and find other things in these people, but these are my dad was not a musical example, of course, but I went with all my musical examples. But there are other things too. You can go into other areas. You can go your career. You can go Family. Who do you admire that you see that has a great family? Who do you admire that is a great father? You know, if you look at people around you and look at the thing that you admire about these people and write them down. You know, and you'll find out a lot about yourself. There are things you can do with the shadow work that's the opposite. The thing about energy is that you can study both ends of it. You can study the positive and you can study the negative. There's a negative aspect of this also that you will learn a lot from. We'll talk about that another time, but I wanted to talk about this. Look around your life. If you see people and walking down the street and you admire that person, what is it you admire about that person? There's something else about walking in the street, and I'll talk about this in depth later, but when you see people carry love around in you, and when you see somebody, you don't even know the person, look at the person and think to yourself, I love you. Just do that all day long. I love you. You don't even know this person. The person may snarl at you, I love you. And watch what happens. I guarantee you. I had a friend that did that. They were having a terrible day, terrible week. And I said, just walk around with a little bowl of love. It sounds really corny, right? But maybe. But it's up, you know, all of the things that I'm going to give you here are practical. I'm not going to give you anything. I'm going to give you a lot of esoteric stuff and maybe a lot of things, but a lot of things that are practical. If you carry this love around and make it a habit, your life, this will be a huge impact on your life. Just look at somebody and say, I love you. Look at your spouse. And don't even say nothing. Say, I love you with your eyes. This is a big one. Try this with your cat or your dog. Look at your dog in the eye and say to your cat or dog in your mind, I love you. They'll get it right away. They'll get it right away. They'll keep staring at you. I guarantee you. I do it all the time. I do it with other people's cats and dogs. Look at a cat or dog and say, I love you. Look at your car. Tell your car I love you. You know, the law of resonance applies to everything. Applies to everything. India Arie wrote a song about all the things she was grateful for in her life. You know, she understands, India Arie understands a lot. If you listen to her music and listen to the energy of it. We'll talk about listening to the energy of things and looking for the energy of things in another installment. But this is something that's very, very powerful. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. You forgive yourself. You love yourself and you have compassion for yourself. Look at other people and tell them you have compassion. Compassion is more powerful than love, actually. Because love has an opposite. Compassion is the middle pillar. But carry a positive energy. You know, if you see a lady in the supermarket or a man in the supermarket and they have nice clothes on, they look nice, compliment them. You know, you can do that in your mind and telling them so. It will change your day. It will change your energy and theirs. And they'll pass that on to someone else. It'll create a resonance where they're resonating, you resonate something to them, and they resonate it to others. Imagine if everybody did that in one day in the whole planet. Things could shift. Powerful exercise. This is a short video, but I think it's very powerful. I'd like to see the results of it. If you have any comments, any suggestions, I appreciate all of your suggestions. I appreciate all the brothers, again, that have helped me make these videos. My brothers, Solemn Order and S.T. Booker, Brother Abdul, Brothers in the Circle. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all my subscribers. I would be remiss in saying something like this and not expressing gratitude myself. deep, humblest gratitude. You know, this is really turning out to be something fun. I'm enjoying it, and I hope it's very something very very. I hope it's a very important catalyst in your life to help you move your life forward. From the bottom of my heart, I really hope so. I appreciate all the people that leave comments, and again, my subscribers, all the people who appreciate what I do, and wish all the best to you. I hope you all have had a good weekend, Labor Day, and you know, we're going to manifest some beautiful things in 2021. Guarantee you. And on that note, I say, don't slay your dragon.